Good morning, afternoon, or evening, rejects, depending on where and when you are watching this video. What's going on, guys? My name is Tychus. By the way, big thank you to everyone supporting my content lately. I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of views on a couple of my previous videos, especially as a tiny content creator on YouTube. Again, you guys are amazing and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Anyways, on to the video today. So Fat Shark has just dropped another hotfix for Warhammer 40k's Darktide. This is a small update for Darktide that focuses mainly on fixing crashes, localization, and a bunch of other bugs in the game. However, there are some combat related fixes that we will be going over in this video. I will have a link in the description below for the full patch notes for those of you who are interested. So the first thing on the list of combat fixes is the Mark II Thumper. You should now be able to chain grenades or combat abilities from reload on Thumper Mark II. Psyker's Brain Burst should no longer cause warp charge explosions when below its intended threshold. I don't have much experience as a Psyker, but however, I do have a lot of buddies who play a Psyker main, and this bug has been extremely frustrating, especially on higher difficulty runs. So it's nice that they finally fixed it. Next up, Ogryn should no longer slide in idle movement when swapping between weapons whilst in the air. Players should no longer be able to interrupt the reload animation on Akatran and Cantriel Lasgun by dodge sliding. Basically, no more animation cancelling for those weapons. Players should now be able to trigger on-kill traits with any chainsword hit. A much needed change for the chainsword. Fixed an issue that caused the Surge Force Staff to kill players if pushed above 80% peril. Once again, another bug that was much needed to be fixed and is going to make Psyker mains very happy to use the Surge Force Staff. Ogryn should now correctly get stun immunity on taking lighter hits. Honestly, I thought this was pretty odd when I was playing my Ogryn because I would get stun locked in the middle of combat and I didn't understand why, but I guess this is the reason and it's been fixed, which is amazing. Fix an issue where the boss captain enemy in kill missions would be killed through the shield in the perils of the warp explosion. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it's fixed. Fix an issue where Force Staff AoE wasn't working on some enemy units. Fix an issue where Psyker's Psykinetic Aura would not work on elite enemies. So it looks like the Psyker has gotten a lot of fixes, a lot of much needed fixes actually I should say, which is very nice. Next up, fix an issue where players could not block enemy attacks while rescuing teammates from ledges. Up next, we got some nice veteran fixes. Veteran's Deadshot should no longer consume stamina when using the scanner. That is a very ridiculous thing, but it's awesome that it's been fixed. Veteran passive should now grant allies ammo on kill with the chainsword. Again, a much needed change for the chainsword. The melee weapon trait Decimator should now function properly in the Psycharium. That is awesome for those of us who like to go into the Psycharium to test out builds. The Ogryn Club Haymaker trait should no longer trigger with bleed procs and ranged weapons. I'm a little sad that that's been fixed because that was kind of pretty overpowered to be honest. But sadly it's been fixed. Fix an issue where multiple veterans could cause the Volley Fire combat ability to conflict with the Bio-Optic targeting talent. Fix an issue where enemies could spawn in view of players near the elevator in Chasm Station HL1611. And last but not least, Ogryn Heavy Stubber users rejoiced, as the Heavy Stubber has been buffed. Buff damage from 75 150 to 100 to 200, buff the Berserker Armor mod, and buff the impact from 8 to 16 to 10 to 20. That is definitely a very nice change for the Heavy Stubber. I'm definitely going to be trying to use this a lot more. I do like the Heavy Stubber, but I did feel that it was lacking in damage a little bit, especially on higher difficulties such as Damnation. With these changes to the Heavy Stubber, I'm definitely going to be bringing this into my next Damnation run and seeing how it performs. And that's pretty much it for the combat fixes in this hotfix. The patch note goes on notating fixes for audio sound effects and a couple of UI bugs as well. Again, link is in the description below for those of you who are interested in the full patch notes. Also, the patch notes mentioned that the next community update post is slated to go out this week, which will be addressing the next content update, crafting, weapons, and other pertinent topics. I will be covering those changes once they are announced. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and hit that sub button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.